Hello, and thank you for watching our videos at Eric Merritt Sells AZ Real Estate, Realtor of HomeSmart Northeast Mesa. We are starting to do our market update through video instead of constant contact email once a month campaigns, which we've been doing for 2 years almost by constant contact, and then before then since June of 2017 to April of 18 by physical mail postcard. But it's come to my attention that I need to be of more value, and I need to give out more than just do a once a month monthly market update. Videos will help do that, because not only is it because of market updates, but community videos showing different communities, like on different types of homes, like homes with an RV garage, homes with a separate guest suite casita, homes where you have an acre of land or more with no HOA, homes on a waterfront. And then there's different type of communities, like there's even waterscape communities, which Queen Creek has one called Santan Lakeside Estates on Riggs Road. So we're also going to talk about different situations that is happening in the current real estate market. As we all know, everything is going over list price, in some cases 10, 15% over list price. And it's causing a lot of anxiety as far as sellers wanting to do something, because a lot of everyone knows they have equity. They just don't know what their payment's going to be based on the type of house they want, even with today's lower interest rates. But then you factor that in with handling 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 offers on one house, and that can cause the anxiety to be even worse. So anyway, we're going to talk about those kind of situations and why it's so difficult for FHA buyers to get a contract accepted, because there's an influx of cash and conventional buyers coming from our western neighborly states like California, Oregon, and Washington State. And the cost of living out there in those states is significantly higher than it is here. There's homes out in the LA area that are going for $800, $900 a square foot, like when it's more central, or $500 a square foot in Orange County or more. So, and then there's political reasons, and then there's a lawlessness, lots of homeless. So, and then we have a much lower cost of living than California does. So a lot of people are coming here and also going to Texas. So we're going to talk about those kinds of situations, why it's better for a first-time home buyer to consider buying a brand new home out in Florence or Coolidge or Maricopa, instead of dealing with resales that are $275 to $350, where it's ultra competitive. So we're going to go into the market update video. It's going to be by text message. We're going to be phasing constant contact out very soon, sending it that way. So we're going to send it by text message next month. And if you find this video very interesting and informative, please go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, and share this video with all your friends and viewers and people that you know, so we can be a very good resource for them as well as for you. And we will get this video started. This is a Queen Creek, Santan Valley, Quinlan Manor, and Langley Estates market report for May 2021. In Queen Creek, 85142, zip code, 181 homes sold, 15 more than the previous month, 36 average days on market at 101.7% of list price. And interestingly enough, the monthly supply of inventory was 0.33, and it nearly doubled to 0.60. That's because there's twice as many, exactly 110 listings on May 15th versus 55 a month before in April. The highest it sold was $2,800,000, a home in Santan Lakeside Estates on Riggs Road in a water ski community. The lowest sold was $185,000. Average sales price was $557.20, and then Santan Valley had 255 homes that sold, only 4 less than the previous month, 19 days on market, 102.8% of list price. So that means if 3% over of 400,000 would be 12,000 over. And what we're seeing way more than that in most cases. We're seeing 5%, 10%, even 15% above list price right now. And the monthly inventory supply stayed pretty much the same at 0.27 versus 0.24 last month. The highest it sold in Santan Valley was 1,135,000. It was a 4337 square foot ranch home on 4.6 acres. The lowest home that sold was 175,000. Average sales price in Santan Valley was 376,770, almost 380,000. 70 homes were sold on May 15th. Langley Gateway Estates, 3 homes were sold in April versus March, so the same amount, no change there, positive or negative. Average days on market was only 14 days. And here's a real kicker here, 111.3% of list price, because there was a 2-story 2882 home that sold where the owners sold it to for 402,000. They listed it for 430, and it went for a whopping 502, 72,000 over list price. So 25% is a lot to throw away for a convenience fee. I mean, I would rather have a realtor get the money for it than paying $100,000. So, I mean, you could use that money to put equity into another house. You could use it to pay for someone's college education or what have you. The lowest that sold was 335,000. Was a 1476 square foot single story. The average sales price was 409,000 in Langley Gateway Estates. 0 were active on May 15th. Queensland Manor had 2 homes that sold, only 3 days on market at 104.6% of list price. So nearly 5% over. So $300,000 house, 5% of that is 15 grand. And they're going for even more than that. So there is 2 active on May 15th. So 2 divided by 2 to get the monthly supply inventory ratio is 1. 2 divided by 2. Lowest sold was 363,000. It was a 1505 in Queensland Manor, and the average sales price was 376,500. 2 were listed on May 15th. And we're going to go to the highs and lows. Queen Creek, Santan Valley, Queensland Manor, and Langley Gateway Estates. This is the home in Santan Lakeside Estates that sold for $2.8 million. 96 days on market, 86.1%. The lowest was a mobile home with some land at 185,000, 94 days on market. Santan Valley, the highest that sold was 1,135,000, 173 days at 88% of list price. This is a 4377 square foot ranch house with 4.6 acres. The lowest was 175,000. Langley Gateway Estates, here's that 2882 2-story that I was telling you about. Sold for 502. 14 days on market, 116% of list price. And the lowest was 335, the 1476 single story here. Queensland Manor had 1859 square foot single story that sold for 390,000. The lowest that sold was 363, a 1505 single story. So to access all of these pictures, all the images to all these listings, to get the listing description information and the pictures, copy this link right here. It's kind of a long one. And then you will put it in Google in a different window, and then it will come up to my website. And there's another link there, and then it goes right to that PDF page. And all of these 8 pictures have active links behind them. I don't want to do that on the video because it'll make the video longer to click on all 8 of them. So I'll leave that up to you. And now we're going to go to the synopsis. So the greater Phoenix metro area is what we're going to go into first. Notice the inventory here, August, September, and October are between 8,000 and 9,000 active listings. So we had a tsunami of buyers that came in with only 5,385 units sold, that were active on January 20th. And February, March, April, and May, we stayed below 5,000 units. There was a few days this month where we did creep over 5,000, but it went right back down to 4,505. We sold 10,200 homes last month. So our inventory supply rate is 0.44, pretty much the same as it was the month before in April. The Cromford Market Report Index, all of these red dots here indicate an increase in supply. Now, it's not enough of an increase to get a 1 month supply of inventory. I would prefer to see a 2.5 to 3 month supply of inventory because it's more even for buyers and sellers. Sellers still do have an advantage even at 3 months supply. A perfectly balanced market is between 4 and 6 months supply, where buyers and sellers are both equal. But right now it's like this: sellers are way up here and buyers are way down here. Not a good thing to be a buyer. Now, unless you have a home that you want to sell, where you need to have a home with an RV garage, or you need that separate guest suite casita, you need to have something with no HOA and an acre of land to put your stuff on, then it's a good reason to sell. The motivation's got to be strong enough to sell in this market, and hopefully that you have a realtor that knows exactly what the sales price to list price ratios are based on the type of home that you're interested in putting an offer on. So that way you're fully educated on what's going on, and so you don't have to write so many offers and get frustrated and get discouraged. So now we're going to go into the East Valley cities, April of 2021 versus April of 2020. Apache Junction had almost 13% more transactions in April versus March, 15 more units. Gold Canyon had a whopping 28.1% more sales in April than in March. 18 more units were sold. Queen Creek had 9% more, 15 more homes were sold in April versus March. The average sales price is $557,020, which is a whopping $16,500 more than Southeast Gilbert, because there is a lot of new build home construction going on. It's a lot more land to build on in Queen Creek than Southeast Gilbert. So that's why this number is going to continue to grow. So it went from 404,276 to a whopping $557,20. So that gives you the 37.8 increase in annual appreciation. Santan Valley only had 40 less units that sold in April than in March. Was 376,770 last month, and ASP, average sales price. And then an average sales price of exactly a year before, in April 2020, it was $299.19, 25.6% increase in average sales price. So there's 4 cities in the East Valley that had an average sales price increase of over 30%. They are Chandler at 33.1%, Gold Canyon at 38.6%, Queen Creek at 37.8%, and Tempe at 31.7%. So that concludes our market update for May 2021 for Queen Creek, Santan Valley, and Langley Gateway Estates in Queen Manor. We hope you find this video very interesting and informative. So please go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, and share this video with your friends and anyone that you think would benefit from this information, because we would like to help those people out as well and help you out when you want to buy or sell or invest. And we hope we're going to start doing more videos like this, not just market report updates, but different types of communities, different types of homes, and different situations that's going on in the real estate marketplace, so that we all can learn and benefit and know how to handle different situations, especially that's going on right now. So thank you very much for your support and patronage, and hope that our YouTube channel will be a good value resource for you. Thank you.